Hey guys, I'm EG.DeMusliM. I'm a Terran player playing StarCraft 2 for the team Evil Geniuses. What I'd like to talk about in this series, or this video in particular, is TvZ. This is a matchup that I know that a lot of people struggle with, and I'm just kind of doing really greedy builds. And this is this is really good for the meta game right now, so I think you should hop on and enjoy this replay. So yeah, I know I have a lot to teach you. So initially, this is Shakuras Plateau. This is a pretty decent map. People have been playing this for months and months and even years, I do believe. It's a good map. I'm just going to fast forward the first bit of the game on 2x speed so I can talk about little things, because right now the only thing that's worth talking about is I am mineral stacking. This means I get more SCVs than normal. He isn't doing that, but that just means I'm going to have a little better income than him right now. As you can see, we're close position, so this Overlord will scout me pretty quickly. So talking about it just from my perspective, I'm just going to be playing the greediest build ever. Or not ever, but it's a safe greedy build. It's one that you can get away with quite comfortably. As you can see, I'm just going for 12 racks. It's not like a 14 CC and then like a 18 CC or something dumb. This is actually a very safe, good build. Means you can apply pressure, get map control, just do a lot of things that you want to do. As you can see, I'm not getting any gases. This Overlord does scout me. And one thing that he does that is really smart is he doesn't let me see him. So look at my vision. He's just out of range. So I did not see him at all. So I do not know where he is. And I mean, that doesn't get you like the biggest lead at all, but every little helps. You know, if I don't know where his Overlord is exactly, that's cool. I can assume that he's cross map, whatever, but I have to scout here anyway. So here we are. He's blocking my command center from going down. So I was putting up an extractor there too. So this initial drone of his that did scout, it is going to die eventually. It's just about when. He is sealing my gas here, but it's just trying to keep tabs on what I'm doing and didn't want it to die instantly. So he did block my expo, and this is the price he has to pay. So bought himself or his race a little bit of time, but to what ends, really? This doesn't really achieve much. He just gets to keep tabs on my marine count, I guess. Anyways, I do pop down 2 gases after this depot. If an opponent is doing this extractor thing to you, put your marines as close as possible. It just means every time he has to cancel, you get a free shot off on those drones, because if you're far away, you're out of range for this drone and you won't get to hit it. Anyways, at this point, I'm like, okay, well, he should be doing something with this, as in like doing a little 10 ling attack or something, given that he knows I'm going for this fast expand, bit of a risky build, and just buying himself time, keeping a count on my marines. So that's why I'm building the bunker here, just to be safe. Anyways, that isn't the case at all. He's going to be macroing up himself. He is getting link speed pretty early, but he's not really down to do anything with it. And at this point, we're pretty even on work accounts. What's my follow-up? So as we saw, I did get 2 gases after my second depot. This just means I'm going to get as much gas as I can, as fast as I can. And getting as many SCVs as I can too. So as soon as this is done, I'm going to start pumping out 2 SCVs at a time. I'm also going to try and get Hellions out. This Overlord in the back of my base is just scouting, so he knows I'm on 2 gases, runs away again. What can I do about that Overlord? Well, I can't do anything right now. I can't kill him. I did see that the Overlord was over there, so I'm just like, okay, I'm going to build my tech over here. This is a starport with a tech lab, so I am going for Banshee tech. What's happening here? Just a lot of SCVs, Half Scout, I'm actually, at this point, I'm pretty far ahead. His build's kind of inefficient. He should be on way more SCVs than this, and he is producing 5 roaches. This is just so we can deal with Hellions. This is a hard map where even if I don't deny creep spread, getting creep spread to this third is actually a pretty long distance, meaning that it's hard to defend. So he's getting roaches out to try and do that. They have the role of spine crawlers and queens in this case on this map, so I understand why he's doing what he's doing, but I think he could have done it more efficiently. Either way, he's popping out a second or a third queen even, so he's going to be creep spreading like a madman, and just, I can't really do anything here. He does save that drone by throwing him onto gas, which is cool, just producing that building, so it didn't die and then cancels again. So he's obviously like, he knows his stuff. At this point, I am getting cloak banshees. That is my plan for the game, given that this third base is far away. I'm going to do damage with it, but look, this is something where I had to kind of on the fly make changes in my game plan. He will scout everything I'm doing. I'm getting double engineering base for upgrades, getting a third base, yada yada. Everything's going pretty well actually. As for the Hellions, they didn't really do that much damage. I don't think I killed that many workers. But look, This Overlord, he scouts that I'm going Cloak, and he scouts that I'm going, like this is Cloak tech on this tech lab, he scouts that. What's his reaction? 6 Spore Crawlers. This worked really well, but what do? I actually cancelled Cloak. So those 6 Spore Crawlers that we just made, again, I'm not that far behind in Harvesters. I'm getting a Raven instead now. I do start running to this base really, really quickly. I do see as a Spore Crawler here and a Queen, I'm not really going to do much damage. I'm just going to hang around in the middle, kind of see what I can see, just going to pick off what I can while being safe, and look at my production. I'm building 5 Rexes as this is happening. I've got my 3rd base, producing SCVs very safely at home, SCV count not too far behind. Upgrade-wise, again, good. I'm ahead of him. He's getting his 1st armor upgrade. No melee or attack has gone down, so I am going to be ahead in upgrades. As for this, I do take a couple of shots from that Queen, but everything's fine. I have my Raven now. I change over that building for medevacs later on with a starport. Factory goes down, take my 3rd, I feel safe. These Banshees do come in for a little poke. They can't because the Spore Crawler, but I do see a macro hatch, so I kind of know that he is going to be going into Ling play. You only need a macro hatch if you are going to Ling play, really, in this matchup. As one of your main compositions is going to be Ling Infester, followed up by Broodlord or Ultralisk, things like that. So anyways, this Raven comes in pretty handy here. I do start flying him back. I think that was a bit of a misclick by myself. I did want them just to be killing creep tumors, but anyway, in my base, I am producing a lot of Marines. So the production tab, good Marine production, Marauder production. The reason I'm making Marauders too, I saw a lot of Roaches. Why just go pure Marine against Roaches when you can add in Marauders too? Well, the answer is, well, Marauders are really good, so you should make Marauders. Anyways, they're very good for tanking too. So here, I'm just using a PDD, tried to kill a Queen, transfuses a bit, all goes really well for him. So, but I get away, no damage was done, and overall I got to see what he's doing. He's producing a lot of Lings, producing a Spire too, meaning he's going for Broodlords probably. As you can see, or even Mutalisks, I guess, because I don't see much else going down for him. So yeah, his play is kind of weird, but either way, I'm not going to let it throw me off at all. I'm just going for a standard build, and look at the supplies. This is something that I didn't really talk about. Even though we did get this 3rd base relatively unharmed, or SCV-wise and Harvester-wise, I'm not that far behind him. That's actually really good for a Terran. While his mineral income is actually very high, he's very well saturated on every base. I've only just set up this base and I haven't thrown down my mules, but I will be ahead pretty soon. In terms of upgrades, I'm way ahead, getting my 2-2. He's getting his 2-1, but I'm going to be getting that faster than him. I do start pushing out across the map, and this is a kind of scary thought. I do scan ahead, and look, this is the engagement. I'm putting it on normal time speed. One thing I want to point out is I start running my Marines back, and even though this is a little bit of a cluster right now, they've done so well. My Banshees are taking out Queens and such. If there were Infestors here, they'd take those out too. It was just a pretty decent battle for me. This is before my 2-2 kicked in, so I could have probably waited a little bit. But anyway, I won the fight, and now I know I can press my advantage. So that's exactly what I try and do. So it's on faster speed right now. I'm using my Raven to clear up tumors. I don't need to scan, so that Raven's still coming in handy. I do scan on top of this ramp just to make sure, but at this point I know I've won the game. That was probably an unnecessary scan. Anyway, I put it on normal time speed again. I'm being very careful with my Marines. I've got a good number of Marauders here. I do split up. My Marauders are at the front. I'm not moving those. I'm just moving my Marines away, keeping away from those Banelings as much as possible. And look at supply, 160 to 96 right now. Much better for me. A PDD down 2 just to add insult to injury. Mike has left the game. So that game was pretty simple. I let him have information, kind of accidentally. I would have played the Cloak, but I reacted to what was happening. I killed the Overlord, then I cancelled Cloak. It was a decision that kind of paid off a little bit. Even though it's only 6 Spore Crawlers being down, when you think about it, that's roughly 700-ish minerals. It's 75 for each Spore Crawler, and it's 50 for each drone. So that's a lot of minerals. It's a lot of mining time lost from those buildings, and it's just a lot of minerals used to put them up, especially when I didn't really get to attack any base. I just kind of went into a very normal style with upgrades and such, and I was ahead. So again, for him, I guess I gave him information and then kind of used his good scouting against him. And that's really annoying for a Zerg player. That's really annoying. You can do that in a lot of matchups with a Zerg. So yeah, that matchup just played a greedy style, good production past the 11-minute mark. It's something you guys should try out. So guys, thank you for watching. If you want to check out more stuff from myself, head over to evilgeniuses.net. Thank you very much for watching.